I can't believe it. It happened again. It's been about 15, 16 months. When the last tornado hit, we had tornado force winds 140 miles an hour yesterday morning. We had a 10% chance of rain, go figure. The storm came out of here about 5:30 in the morning. Thunder, lightning, I think we had 3 inches of rain. 2x4s busted up out of the neighbor's new barn they just replaced, came into my yard. One went through that is the second window that we're gonna have to replace. The same one, my laundry room window. And I used some of the stuff from my greenhouse so I can see through it. And a 2x4 literally is stuck into the roof. When the 2x4 came through the laundry room, it ended up in my entryway. It's kind of one of those weird things. You hear glass break and then a 2x4 just appears. So I'm gonna take you through, show you some of the damage. You guys tell me if you think it was a tornado or it was just a simple old hurricane. So I'm putting my house back together. You can see the white gutters are supposed to be painted the house color. Those just got replaced about 3 weeks ago. But in the meantime, my roof just got replaced, I think back in June. And now I got a 2x4. You know how you see the videos where they test a 2x4 shooting it through objects and what they can do with the winds? That's why you stay away from windows, inside. I never dreamt that I would have a 2x4, not only in my house, but stuck in my roof. That's a lot of force. I'm trying to decide on if I leave the 2x4 as a souvenir because the tornado we got hit with, I still have the light bulb wedged in there, and I even put a plaque down. So that's from April 26, 2024, and that's gonna be from August 2025. Some of this stuff here just keeps tipping over. My son's car was parked in the driveway, which he always parks in the back, and a 2x4 went through his back window and trashed that. So not only is the window broken, but we got 3 inches of rain that went inside. There's where most of the damage is. So let's go down. I'll show you some of the landscaping that we planted day before, and they said, make sure it gets a good watering. I think 3 inches is way too much. So here's some of the trees. They're holding up pretty good, but some of the straps have broken and now they're all leaning downhill, but at least they're still in place. That's another checklist on the honeydew. I'll show you, look at this, another storm is coming. It never stops raining here. I can't even mow the lawn. I got my new mower, and thank God it mows at 15 miles an hour because I'm gonna have to do some double duty here. So I put a new curb in. Remember, it all stopped right here, and the water was to be diverted. So I added drains, added a new curb. This is just leftover stuff that we have to move out of here because we had to add in the steps. But I'm just putting up some temporary sandbags just in case, because I'm tired of having my beach wash out. You can see down there, a lot of that is mud, but with that 3-inch rain, it held up really good. All the plants stayed in place. I did have to replant a few more that popped out of the ground, but here's another drain. And you can see as the water comes rushing down this driveway, it's supposed to hit this little rock garden we put in. That is something that my concrete guy, Efron, came up with. We lined it. We have a pond liner down, put rock and boulders around it. My landscape architect is not very impressed with what we did here because they're saying it doesn't look like that. But I'm going for utilitarian. Is that the right word? Utility. There we go. Trying to make it function. I got this hill planted with these grasses that will eventually keep growing, and I won't have to mow it. I'm getting tired of mowing. I got enough to do. I don't want to get the hand mower out. I'll ride all day long, but don't want to push mow. My apple tree that was there said that's not a good spot for a tree, so they tore it out. I put it down here. The thing died. Then they come in and sell me a new tree. I think there's a racket going on there. So we're on the back side where all the stuff was flying through the air. Now it's starting to rain. I got holes in the roof. You can see a 2x4 went through, tore up a hole in that roof, and there, God, I should have went out and got it covered. I didn't think it was gonna keep raining. And then you can look down in here where the chicken coop is. There's a ton of trees down, metal. And then my greenhouse took a hit as well. It's not holding. When you turn on, there's a fan that creates a barrier, air cushion between the two layers. It's not filling up with air. Probably because something tore it and went through it. This time I have insurance on it, so I wised up. Okay, I did make a little progress on, got my ooh, I didn't know I was standing water. Got a granite countertop. You have to use a granite, or it's another product, I forget what it is. Quartz will not hold up on the outside. This is the real deal. We had to put some steel brackets, pop some of the stone off. That will be going back on. This will be open for business. And every time I cover up this stuff, when you have 140-mile-an-hour winds, things take off. So had to go down the hill and pick up all my cushions. Then I have to hose them off. I know I'm missing one. I think I found it. It's down here. I gotta do a rock, paper, scissors at the house to see who's gonna go down and pick it up. But in the meantime, whoever goes down there, start picking up all those 2x4s. I could rebuild something if I get Eugenio back. As far as Eugenio, he's missing. I think he's on vacation, but it's been a couple of months. And I think he has my concrete saw and a few more tools. So if I can find his van, I can get some of that stuff back and hopefully get him back to work because I need some help around here. Luckily, as these trees keep falling down, they always fall on my chicken coop, but I think I have enough trees that have fallen on the coop that have now been removed are falling all the way around it, and I just dodged a bullet where another limb fell down and just missed the chicken coop solar panels by that much. You know, Flair stopped by here yesterday to check on me and was wondering why I had lights on in my house because the power is out. Well, he didn't listen to my advice by either putting up a backup generator, but I have the solar panels and I have backup batteries. So when the power goes out, I still have refrigerators, I got TVs, I have some lights. It doesn't do your whole house. It runs some AC. So when you lose power, which we've lost it here like 3 or 4 times already in a year and a half, it's worth its weight in gold. And now Flair has to go someplace else because he's got all these kids. They were in town, so he called me last night and said, is the power back on? Because we want to come home. So luckily it was back on, and I'm thinking now he might reconsider by putting up a backup generator. But what you should do is that if you got those portable generators, what I have, so you can use it a lot of places versus the generator that just stays on your home, get the portable one, have your electrician wire house, plug it in, start the generator, and it'll power up some important parts of your house. You have lights and your refrigeration and ideally TV because it gets pretty boring sitting around here. My wife thinks I talk too much anyway and doesn't want to hear that, so she'll listen to TV before she listens to me. Go figure. So here is inside the bar pool house. I can't tell if I have any damage. It doesn't look like there's any water standing on this. This wood will probably hold a little bit more water than drywall. So hopefully, I know there's a hole in the roof. Let's see what this rain does. Worst case, we sand it, paint it. We're not living in this thing, but it's just a hassle when you have a hole in your roof because I have a hole in this one and the bathhouse. Okay, here in the bathhouse, I finally got the countertop in the other day. Here's that dented sink that we put in. It just adds character, can't even see it. So I'm checking out the ceiling to see if there's any water spots and it looks dry. So fingers crossed, it's just damage to the surface and didn't go all the way through. So as soon as this one's just about done, I need a faucet, got to clean it up a little bit. And I'm thinking about moving my ice machine, which is kind of nice, to my barn because that's going to be more of a party spot. Worst case, I got a freezer here. I can just scoop some up, bag up the ice, stick it in the freezer, and I'm good to go. So let me know what you think. If I should leave the ice machine in the pool house or move it down to the barn for football parties and whatever else is going on there. So, or I buy a second one, which I don't want to do. All right, I'm trying to finish up everything around the property here. And every time I get somewhere close after mowing, which takes me about 18 hours, then I get to do my honeydew list. Still have to get things painted, but you can't paint when it's raining. Also, we planted all those flowers. To save money, I went down and picked them up, and then Wayne helped me, and we planted, didn't look like much, but I think there's well over 1,000 or more, 1,500 flowers, plants. And what's nice about what the landscape architects have done, it's gonna look like the front yard of my house, so it's a continuation. Once you plant these things, you never have to plant them again. They're perennials, not an annual. I learned that one. Annual, you gotta plant them every year. The flowers looks nice, so maybe we'll mix some of that in. But we plant these once. As they get, every year goes on, they get thicker and thicker. You don't have to do anything except water them. And get this, in the spring, you take your mower, mow right over the tops of them, and you're good to go again. It feels weird, but that's what you're supposed to do. So with that rain, it sure tested it. We can see there was a little bit of a washout. Here's a time lapse of what we did. It happened to be a heat index of like 105. I lost 8.5 pounds that day. When you know, it goes right back on as soon as you drink some water. It felt good, and at my age, I was able to think that I'm pretty impressed I was able to keep up with all the other guys. So about settled on all the dirt and sand from coming down the hill. So now I'm gonna bring more sand in, buy another load. I still have to go out with a shovel and scoop some of that out, which drives me crazy because some of that is mixed in with mud. So when you step on it, it's not sandy, it just goes squirts down up to your shins. So they're that close. I got to finish over here the spillway. Yesterday I had to get the trash pump going because my pond was so full it was going over and it could cause the dam to fail. So that ran all day long, pumped it all out. I better start it again because look at this. Here comes more rain. What do you do? They say this is Tornado Alley. I think we're living in Hurricane Alley right here in the Midwest. 140-mile-an-hour wind gusts. That is crazy. No wonder things blew off people's roofs. Trees are down. But I still got my patio furniture, so I got that going for me. So what I wanted Flair to do is you get your power cables hooked into this portable generator, and that way it's outside the house. It's not noisy. Obviously, you can't put these in because of the fumes, but I can close the garage doors, and this will charge my backup batteries. So in the event, like at night time, once I go through the batteries, I can be charging those, and then the solar panels charge those back up. So this is kind of a backup to the backup, but something Flair or anybody should have, because when the power goes out, you're wishing you had one of these things. Okay, this is something that I added to my solar system. It's called this Home Grid. It's lithium batteries, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And right now it shows 100% charged up, because all that does during the day with the solar panels, when we have power, it charges this and it runs the whole house. I've talked about it before. I hit that little button. You can see that I'm drawing no power from the power company, and that the solar panel, even with the overcast, it's getting like 0.7 kilowatts, not much. We're not only drawing 1.2 kilowatts, so we're hardly using any energy right now, which means the AC is probably off, just running refrigerators and whatever lights. So this is the backup for nighttime when it's dark, and then that generator, in the event we lose power, fire that baby up, and at nighttime it will charge this, because the daytime the solar panels charge this. So hopefully that makes sense. My little tip is look into that, because if you got to run a generator outside, this prevents you from running extension cords through the windows and doors. And if it's a snowstorm or something real bad, or it's hot out, you don't want to have any of that AC heat getting lost because you have to run extension cords somehow from the outside to the inside. All right, you remember I had a Club Cadet mower that I did a horse trade with Flair. I got that Hummer side-by-side and the mower for 10 grand. I think it was kind of a fair deal on both sides. I don't think anybody made any money on that thing, because I got the side-by-side and ended up selling that mower to someone for $1,000 because it could not keep up. So I went and bought myself a Hustler. This baby is unbelievable. It's got a 60-inch deck. I can adjust the height all the way down from 1 inch to 5.7 inches. So it looks like I'm going to raise this thing up pretty high to mow my lawn, because it's growing so fast I can't even get it mowed in between rains. But I'm going to start this thing up and show you what she does, because this thing is a goer. I could take this thing to the store and back, it's so fast. All right, fire the hole. It starts on one pole too. Oh, got to get them out to start it. Woo, watch this. You hear that? Okay, I gotta get back in, it's raining. Woo. Zero turn. That's a zero turn. Like on the movie Toy Story, if you don't have one of these, you better get one. All right, guys, let me know if you want me to do a full video of showing you what it takes to mow this 20 acres, because not only do I use my new Hustler, also I got the Bobcat with the big mower on the front of that. That one mows all the deep, heavy stuff. But if I can get a straight line and it's pretty smooth, this thing will outmow the Bobcat every day. So no AC, no music, but it's fun. So one more thing, because we haven't checked out, let's get in the side-by-side, go down and check out the barn, and I'll bring you guys up to date, and let's see if any 2x4s have gone through the roof there. Hopefully not. Oh, look at the water shooting off the roof over there. It's just it's missing my gutters. It's coming off so hard, it's just blowing right through. So much for a downspout. Oh my. All right, that's kind of good. We got the garage openers. Now we go from garage to garage. Looky here, here's my son's car. You can see where a 2x4 or something hit it, shattered his back window. And then all this here got Oops, I hope that's supposed to come off. I don't know, it's hard to tell with my walk around, but we don't have any water coming in, but I'll show you an update on what I'm doing, and we're gonna give you a full tour once the barn's all done. We are now waiting on another sliding glass door, and I remember my pool house, how I had those called the Nano Wall. Well, when I bought that, that came off out of their showroom, so they had 2 extra panels that I did not need, so they brought them down here. We've taken all the hardware off, and I've did these openings, so I'm gonna put these 2 windows right in here, because when you're in this, we'll step in here, come on in. Here's, you got your big glass, sliding glass door. I've got a real wood burning fireplace, and I've talked about that because there's so many trees, as you know, coming down and sticks. I might as well find a place to burn them versus paying someone to haul them away. So this thing is massive, and we're gonna do a whole video on how we finish this out. This can't be a living quarters, so I'm gonna make it into like a little party zone. That's gonna be the back bar, and I've recessed that wall just 5.5 inches, like a 2x6, because when the refrigerator goes in, they're 30 inches deep. Somewhere, I think I got one 28. So that extra 3 inches, 4 inches going back allows the countertop and the refrigerator to be on the same plane. I just didn't want it sticking out a whole bunch. So that's what, all that will go away when the cabinets go on, but it'll make it look nice and smooth. And I've got like 3 openings for lights to help. I got so much height, 16 feet, that I got to play off of that. I got mini splits in here, mini splits, which you guys might have in some of your homes. That's just a wall air conditioning and heating unit, and the compressors will sit outside. So this room's 30 by 30. I'm trying to come up with a color to paint the ceiling because it's white. I think we're gonna do a darker color to kind of make it go away. The rest of it is, I didn't pass my inspection because in my area, all the cracks in the floor have got to be sealed up with a Volcom or a caulk because of radon. I don't know, I'm not even sure. I don't know if I believe in this radon stuff, but supposedly it's real. So that keeps those off gases. One thing with radon, it's not everywhere. It just kind of hits and misses. Kind of like termites. You never know where they're at, but you still have to treat for it just in case they move into a neighborhood near you. All right, remember down here, I'm trying to make this the wall of fame for pictures or shame. My wife doesn't like the idea, but she still has never been down here to see this stuff. She keeps saying, here, do this for the fireplace. I says, too late, I already put it in. So we coming in here, let me show you real quick. This comes in from the garage area. And I got this at my scratch and dent pile. It's a real high-end, nice Therma-Tru door. And this here is another nice, I think this is an Anderson door. So this will come in to a mudroom. I got my power. There'll be another mini split here that I've ordered. So this will double as a mudroom. And then right now, this was a laundry, but I'm thinking, I'm not gonna come down here and do laundry. So I'll probably make this an office or a couple of storage, not quite sure. The bathroom, and this goes into really the office. This is where you'd wanna be because you got this wonderful view. You have a mini split in here, big sliding glass door. That's looking north, so I never need window coverings on it. Plus, there's nobody that can see in here. So this will be maybe like a secondary living area, office, and then you can go, this door takes you into the bathroom with the shower. So I'm picking out some unique, fun tiles because I can break the rules. I don't really have a customer in mind, except I gotta keep the wife happy, but I wanna do some unique, fun stuff, and I'll take you along for the ride because there's tiles now, believe it or not, that are like 4 to 5 foot wide, and some are 8 to 9 foot long. Some are so big they can't get them in people's houses. We're looking for something cool and creative like that to make a feature wall. And then I gotta come up with some ideas on what we can do there to tie this in. So when you come in, I want this to have a wow effect. The lighting we're doing in here, we'll show you, it's gonna hang down from the ceiling. It's a track light that will go all the way around and accent all the walls. And I believe I'm gonna put a big fan right in the middle just to kind of move the air, which will help. A big light fixture would be kind of cool, but I can't do both. So let me know what you think, if I should put a supersized fan or come up with some big, maybe antler chandelier or something like that. So there'll be a full video. Let me know if you guys want me to keep you up to speed on how the progress goes on this, because the whole idea is this is a man cave and I want to be able to look out and see the airboat and what other kind of toys we can come up with. Here was a side-by-side that I traded with the mower. I got the mower and a side-by-side for 10 grand. Let me know if you think this is a good deal, because at the end of the day, I sold my mower for $1,000, so I'm really into this thing for $9,000 bucks. I don't know if it's a good deal or not. You guys let me know. So So if you guys lived in Nebraska, here's the weather. It changes every 10 minutes. It is now downpouring again. I can't tell you how much rain. I'm gonna guess. I bet you we've gotten 5 or 6 inches of rain in the last 4 days. That's why my pond is overflowing, but also trees are falling out of the ground just because they're so wet. I got a lot more projects coming up. I still got my tornado house. I've been remodeling. They're getting close to moving in. Guess what? They got hit by this 140-mile-an-hour winds as well. Siding came off. I'll be showing you a video on that here next week. With this, do you guys think I should stay where I'm at, sell this place, and maybe go to, I'd like to go to Florida, but they got hurricanes there. If I go to Arizona, it's too hot. I'll just stay put in Nebraska. I don't know anything else. I've been born and raised here. Luckily, I got new rock for my driveway. That's holding up because otherwise I'd be living in a mud mess. I hope to get back on my mower real soon. Let me know if you want to see me, what it takes to mow my lawn, and tell me a time. How fast do you think it's going to take? Guess the time for me to mow all this 20 acres. Thanks for watching. I'm Brad the Builder. Stay dry, stay inside, watch out for flying 2x4s, and I'll see you guys on the next job site.